Alright, come out in the bush for a week for a bit of an adventure and a bit of a look around, and I've stopped at this spot for a bit of a rest. I've been having a bit of a scratch around amongst the bushes here, and yeah, first decent target, and it's actually a sunbaker. This is not too bad. You can see it there. I'll zoom in on it and just make out that's a very worn shilling. There you go, there's the impression on the sand that was sitting in. Okay, I'll give it a bit of a clean up and then we can have a bit of a look at it. Well, she's pretty worn, but you just make it out. It's really hard in this light because it's quite early in the morning at the moment. So yeah, 1914 shilling, King George V. So yeah, oh well, something decent from here so far. We'll see what else we can find. Okay, I've been walking back through the bush here. Haven't really dug much since that coin that I videoed. A few bits of copper. I came over to this pile here, and yeah, I thought I'll give it a go, give it a swing, and a nice shallow scrape there. And I have not picked this up yet. See if I can find it through the camera. There it is. So we're going to look at it together. I don't know what it is, but I've got a feeling. Oh, you bloody ripper. Yes! Cart plate. Definitely cart plate. I would say it's a Southern Cross. I can't read the date on it yet, but I'll give it a quick clean and then we can have a look at it. Okay, got a bit of a clean up done on it. It's going to take a fair amount to get this plate clean. In a part of that has got a lot of moisture in it, so I'll get it cleaned up though. But it's a Southern Cross 1909 cart plate, and it's number 75. First cart plate for the trip, and yeah, absolutely stoked. Yeah! It's been a really slow start to day two. It's now actually lunchtime, and by quite a few coins and bits and pieces. I haven't got a lot, and that's despite going to two places. I'm at the place now where I'll be keeping as home base for the moment, for the week. And I've got a reasonable sort of target signal down here, and I've been live digging quite a few tones, but they haven't been working out. So I'm hoping this one's going to work out. It's in the thing here. It just sounds a little bit wide, so we're going to give it a go anyway. See what it is. It's a big target. Oh, okay. It is a big target. That's nice. Okay, so that's a cart plate, and it's a 1911 Leonora Municipal Council. I think it is number. Could be number 18, number 13. I can't see. I have to have a look and clean it up with my glasses on. I hope I didn't hit that corner, but it looks like it should still straighten up nicely. So, and there's not a lot of corrosion on it. So, second cart plate, awesome. I'll just show you a couple of really nice little interesting finds that came out. There was this buckle here, but it's actually quite a large buckle. You see it in my hand. It's actually very large, and if you look on the back you can see where the pins were, like a double pin arrangement at either end. So very interesting buckle, nice condition. And then right next to it was this, which is part of a lady's belt. If you have a look on the back you can sort of just make out there one of the clasps. This would have been significantly longer, of course, but yeah, it's still got a bit of the silver wash on it. Would have been probably silver plated originally. Yeah, so a couple of nice little finds. Shows that I am in the right area from the right age for the stuff I'm looking for. Well, here's a nice little surface find. Thank God I didn't need to dig it after my last little effort of trying a live dig, but anyway, I think I know what it is, and which it is. It's a saddler's badge. Got it upside down. So I'll try and work out who it is, and I might give it a little bit of a brush down, and then we'll get back and have a bit of a close-up of it. Still going low and slow around the iron. It's getting a nice little tone here, and I've got a nice little sixpence. It's actually a 1909, and it's a upside down King Edward VII. Not bad condition. It'll actually clean up nice, this coin. Yeah, nice little start for the day. So keep going, see what else we can find. So I've been doing a lot of scouting around and having a look at some new ground to try and hunt over, and yeah, I found this little spot here, and nice target straight up. An 18, it just comes through the camera there, 1861 shilling. Nice Bunhead Victoria on the back. And that'll actually clean up nice too. It's pretty worn, but hey, very, very nice coin. Hopefully there might be some tags around. I'll just have to see. Might be a little old, but should still get some interesting stuff coming out. Well, I've been following this creek line here, and just there's this glass all through here, glass, tin, and it's funny because there's not a lot of targets in between it, but on this pile here there's a lot of iron and bits and pieces, and I've got a really one of those signals I've been waiting for only probably the last 3 days, and I haven't picked it up yet, but you can just see it there. Just see it right there. And I've got a feeling I finally, after these times, finally got a tag. Oh yeah, it is. That's a doggy. Oh my God. Finally got one. I think it's a 1910, which is good. The back's pretty crusted. But what I'll do is I'll just give it a quick clean up, and then we can have a look at it properly. Okay. Well, I'm absolutely bloody stoked, actually. It is a 1910, and it's in really, really good condition, even though it's sitting pretty much in this creek bed here. It doesn't get a lot of water, so it's kept fairly dry. And the good thing about it is on the back, I've never dug a tag from Lawler's Rhodes board, number 150. So I'm absolutely stoked with this. Absolutely stoked. That's brilliant find, and I'm wrapped. It's made my day. I've done a lot of kilometres today and a lot of walking, hours and hours and hours of walking. Dug a lot of stuff. This has made it. Okay, my car's down there, and I've been sort of working away just along the edge here, and I'm pretty much shaking at the moment because I swear to God, I swear to God, this is no way a setup. And if I zoom right down on this, you'll be able to see it. Oh my God, it looks like a sovereign. On the surface, it's a 1905, I think. 1905. I'll see if I can get it out without. Oh look, yeah, Edward the 7th. Oh, I'm bloody shaking. I can't pick the coin up. Yeah, where was the impression? Just there. Oh, I can't even see it anymore. Oh, crazy, crazy, crazy. There was the impression. There's the coin, and it's still got the sand stuck to it. Let's see if I can get into some light that you saw. That's a bloody gold sovereign. Oh my God. This is just mental. Oh, where's the sun? The sun's going down. This is the problem. The sun's going down, and I can't get it in the light. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is the second gold sovereign I've dug in this town. Unbelievable. Oh my God. How no one's seen that? or walked over it or picked it up or whatever. I mean, oh my God, I'm just shaking right now. I just can't believe it. Well, I'll give it a bit of a, I've got some water in my pouch here. I'll give it a bit of a wash down with some water and we can have a bit of a better look at it. All right, I'm back. Yeah. Oh, I think this has been in the ground for, you know, sitting there for about 100 years, literally on top of the ground, because the coin itself on the face, which was facing upwards, is quite clean. I'll zoom in and you can actually make out 1905, and then you can see it just above it. This is a P for Perth Mint, so it's an King Edward VII Perth Mint Gold Sovereign. I'll just turn it over. The back, I haven't given it any rubbing at all. The back, you can see, has still got a little bit of staining of the dirt on it, and that's how I'm going to leave it for now. Yeah, I'm just too, wow, I've just lost for words at the moment. Yeah, my second gold sovereign out of this town, out of Goldfields Gold Sovereigns. Unbelievable. Yeah, I think I might be calling it a day after this. That's just brilliant. Well, I've been out hunting for a couple of hours this morning. Picked up a few silver coins, and yeah, got a scratchy sort of tone on this this pile here, and improving it came out, and I gave it a bit of foot scrape, and yeah, what looks to be another doggy. So hoping it is. Yeah, definitely a dog tag, definitely. I'd say it's going to be around the 1920s. Can't read any information off it as yet. She's pretty crusty. This is an ash pile, so this would have been burnt. So I'll give it a bit of a brush, and yeah, we can have and see what we've got. Okay, I've given it a clean as best I can out here. Just using a soft bristled brass brush, but it's hard to read. But it's a 1937, 1938, and this is a well-travelled dog. You can just make it out. Municipality of Subiaco, it's actually an embossed plate. So yeah, this dog has come a long way, a long way. I'll clean it up some more when I get home and hopefully get some better pictures. So I'm back in the creek, out in the bush. I find it a little bit more interesting. I'm not getting that many targets in the dump anymore, and it's just, yeah, I'm actually enjoying myself digging all these old silvers, and I've done quite a few. So out of that hole there, I'm following a rubbish line here, and out of that hole there, got a nice little Victorian sixpence, 1897, and yeah, oops, wrong way up. And there's Veiled Head Victoria on the back. So yeah, keep going along here and see if I can pick up any more. Well, I've moved again because there wasn't a lot of targets in that area, and it was pretty apparent the council have been in there mucking around and doing a lot of pushing. Got a nice tone there, and yeah, keeping with pulling some nice coins, and 134 shilling. Nice one. See the portrait there, upside down, King George V. So another nice little coin. Continue on through here, see if we can pick up some more. Alright, this signal did not sound good, but I've been digging everything anyway. Just trash. A lot of tin kicking out of the way. I kicked some tin out of the way here. This honestly doesn't sound like this. And I haven't picked it up. I do know it's a 1908, and I do know it's a cart plate. Oh, yes, it's a Leonora Municipal Council. That was one of the things on my bucket list. I've never ever dug a Leonora Council cast cart plate. until right now. Oh wow, absolutely stoked. It's cart number 94. It's got a little bit, I'm shooting on an angle here because I'm in the sun's coming up behind me now, dropping behind me. It's getting after lunch. I wanted to stop soon and have a bit of a bite to eat, but I thought, oh yeah, one more target as usual. So I'm happy I did. That's an absolutely brilliant find. I'm still on a high after digging that cart plate, and so all thoughts of going back and having something to eat has gone out the window. And I dug a hole here, and it sounded exactly like a British halfpenny. Not really a high tone, and a small disc came out, and I thought, oh yeah, halfpenny, small one. And then when I was looking at it, I thought, hang on a moment, it's got writing on it. And then, the more I rubbed it, I saw the hole in the top. Okay. So, I don't know exactly what this is, but I do know, I can see an M and the number 68, I think. And on this side, you've got 1904. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a clean up so I can get the lettering. But I think this is a Leonora tag, but it's a very, very early one. So I'll give it a bit of a clean and then we'll have a look at it in a moment. Okay, so on the front is stamped LM and then the number 68. So that could be Leonora Municipality, because I don't think Leonora Malcolm came into effect for quite some time afterwards, because when you look at the back of this one, it's 1904. So I think from memory, this is the earliest known tags that were issued out of Leonora, and I'm pretty sure it would be Leonora Municipality. The day just keeps getting better. That's an absolute beautiful tag. Wow, I am so stoked. Okay, sun's only been up probably less for about half an hour, so she's still a lot of shadows about. I've come through into the bushland, having a look around to see if I can get some piles of stuff, and yeah, been getting some nice targets actually. Got some interesting stuff coming out, and out of this little very, very shallow scrape, of course this was a cracking signal, which they always are. And yeah, I'm thinking that's a cart plate. Where it's from, that looks like, in this light, a Menzies 1909. So I'll give it a bit of a clean up and we can have a bit of a look at it, but that is another cast plate for the trip. You absolute bloody ripper. Oh my God. Okay, I'll get this cleaned up and then we can have a proper look at it. All right, so I've come over, found some light. So chucked it on this broken cod bottle as a bit of a backdrop. And she's a beauty. Menzies Municipal Council, number 24, 1909. And it's actually in very, very good condition. The bit of soil, it wasn't in an ash pit, it was on in the red soil, so that always preserves the relics a little bit better. You don't get so much bad corrosion on them. So this one will actually clean up beautifully. Absolutely stoked for this one. Such early in the morning. I hope the day's going to work out really well. Okay, I'm on my way back to Perth, but I'm going to be stopping overnight here. Only got here probably about, I don't know, 3 o'clock. Spent a bit of time on the last stop and got a few nice little bits and pieces. Anyway, here I've come out into the bush to do a bit of walking around, see what I can find, and I found this big aloe, and so I've been scouting around it. And yeah, well, there's another one off the bucket list for me. What a trip. Check this thing out. So anybody that doesn't recognise these, that's one of the most iconic tags that you can get as far as the face is concerned. But what makes this one unusual, and there's been a couple found, so it's actually a bicycle registration for 1907 Coolgardie Roads board. And literally it came out right there just under the surface. And it is probably my third target here. I'm pulling a little bit of brass and old stuff, so I'm going to be sticking around here for a little while and seeing what else I can find. Wow, what an absolutely frigging awesome tag. Oh wow, I'm just blown away. All right, this is the wrap up of the cleaned up finds. So you saw all these on the live digs. You've got the Leonora Municipal Council, 1908, number 4, the Menzies Municipal Council, number 24, 1909, and the Southern Cross, number 75, 1909, and lastly in the cart plates was the Leonora Municipal Council, 1911. In the tags, the beautiful Floriat, which was the Coolgardie Roads board bicycle, 1907. Then we have our 1910 Lawlers, which is a really, really nice tag as well. And our Leonora Municipality number 68, which is the 1904 dog tag, which is the really, really early one in Leonora. So that's another really, really nice find. This is the tag that was really, really encrusted on the video. It's cleaned up all right, 1937-38, and it is the Municipality of Subiaco number 99. So that was a nice tag. The 2 Saddler's badges, this one I didn't get on camera, but the Rosenstam I did. The Bechtel is a nice one as well. Very early 1900s, both really, really nice pieces. And of course my Gold Sovereign, sorry, the 1905, and King Edward VII. Beautiful coin, Perth Mint, lovely coin. That's the way it was facing up in the sand, and that's why it's so clean on that side. Buttons wise, did get 4 Maker's Mark buttons, and they're all Eastern States ones. You've got a couple of Bendigos, a Gawler in South Australia and Sydney, and it's a lovely Vigilance button, which is a very early militia button for Western Australia. That one's intact as well. It's got the lugs nicely on the back. The Rising Sun was on the dig. A couple of weights, which cleaned up nice. I always like keeping those. I collect them. So there was only really 2 decent copper coins that came out. There was about a dozen that I dug, but they were all pretty well much munted, so I didn't keep them. They were the only 2 good ones that came out. This is an interesting find. I love finding these, the old brass tops from the cricket wickets. You can just see the little very worn piece there it was. But yeah, nice heavy brass. These silver items up the top are just all the random silver bits that you find. All your pipe stems, little silver shields. That one's obviously a pendant. Pipe stems, and there's actually a sterling silver pocket watch back there. And this one's quite interesting. I think it's actually a doll's shoe. Yeah, but it's got a hallmark on the back. That's an interesting one. Quite ornate. And the silver coins. I think the oldest was that one there, which is 1861 shilling. So quite a few shillings, but they're all early. Either King George V or British. Same with the sixpences and the threepences. Varying conditions. Most of them cleaned up okay, some didn't. But I'm not too fussed about those ones, because whatever will not clean up nicely will end up being sold as scrap. So that's the wrap up of the good finds. And now what we'll be doing is having a look outside at the bucket, which contains all of the finds that I picked up along the way, and sort through. Okay, back home in Perth. So this is a bucket full of brass, which is basically just going to be used for scrap brass. But I pick out the more interesting things, so you can see sort of what is still being found. Plenty of doorknobs. I've got the one barrel tap, this one's broken. One fork, not too many forks. Horse brass, still get a lot of that. You know, your lock covers, all the general sort of stuff. One thing I did notice, we didn't get a lot of the waistcoat buckles. Still a few, but not as many as we get. Just some random bits of jewellery and old buckle type things. You know, that's quite an ornate large buckle. Would have been a lady's buckle at one point. A couple of bits of horse brass, other than the saddle badges and your generic buttons. It only ended up with about half a dozen coins. The rest were too munted to get on camera. They were pretty stuffed. Some thimbles and some locks. So overall, still pulling some interesting stuff out of the ground on a lot of targets. So enough there to keep you busy for the day, that's for sure. Well, that's about it for this trip. Stick around for the next one, and hopefully if you get onto the channel, please like, throw up a comment and even subscribe, and I'll keep them going when I go out to the goldfields. But for now, until next time.